the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Dolphins and the Jets, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 24.
Take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, a fun matchup in the AFC East, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
So many different reasons teams hit the losing skids. But the best way out of it, something has to happen positive early in the game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, the beat goes on, doesn't it? A perfect 10-0 to start the campaign.
And it's a good locker room to be in, too. Guys don't show up on game day hoping to win. They expect to win. And so far, they've yet to have a letdown.
The NFL's first ever Black Friday clash. The Dolphins and the Jets underway here at MetLife Stadium. On the return from his end zone, Malik Taylor. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Rodgers going to come out throwing. Open man is Uzomah. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
Entering play
call for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up second down. This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
Yeah, we're definitely in top form and pitched a shutout, as a matter of fact. That's the cherry on top of a great week of preparation. And you know what? These guys are eager to keep it going. So motivation this week, not an issue.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And that's incomplete. Well, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
And he is going to have a Jets first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Rodgers now on first down. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. Charles, a tough task ahead for this defense, trying to slow down Aaron Rodgers. What would you be trying to do?
I would think about selective pressure, Brandon, and what I mean by that is he's going to eat you up if you blitz him too often, because he'll read that and go to the man coverage patterns. But every now and then you bring that pressure at him, make him deliver the ball on time. It's when he keeps the ball, maneuvers out of the pocket, and throws deep, that's when you're in big trouble.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. You talk about this Miami defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last.
Take those rankings, throw them right out the window, because this is what you prepare for. This is what you practice for. This is what you think about. The ultimate test, taking on the #1 overall offense in the league.
Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up fourth.
Entering play call.
That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
On fourth down, here's the veteran Thomas Morstead to punt for the Jets. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. The Dolphins set to go on offense for the first time behind their 25-year-old quarterback. Now in his 4th NFL season, Tua Tagovailoa.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Dagger. AHP ISO.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 34. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now we'll pause for the injured player, and it's Jonathan Taylor who's shaken up. That certainly would be a major loss for this offense. Hopefully he's okay.
9 categories. Entering friend, instant, called, challenge, super sim, stats, coaching. Pop-up medical center is selected. Entering injured player name J. Taylor. Position HP. Injury type torn labrum. Injury length TBG. Injury length 1 week. Injury type broken ribs. Position GT. Player name R. Davis. Player name J. Taylor. Player name T. Armstead. Entering friend. Options. Quick game is selected. Resume. Instant. Call. Shall. Super. Stats. Coaching. Pop-up. Medical center is. Depth chart is selected. And. Slot 2. Slot 1. Player name Tagovailoa. AHP selected. Player name J. Taylor. Player name J. Wilson Jr. FB selected. Player name Heakin. Player name A. Ingold. Position FG. Slot 1. Jets selected. Entering. Options. Coaching. Pop-up menu. Medical. Depth chart is selected. Entering. Depth. Player name Tagovailoa. AHP selected. Player name J. Taylor. Player name J. Wilson J. Player name Heakin. Entering
when we
play
return
call,
to
coach
MetLife Stadium.
suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have the spot. AHP stretch. Gun plan. There are 9. Player. There are 9. Formation. There are concept. There are screen pass. Play action. Keep pass. Medium. Quick pass. Option. Run. Inside. 24's. AHP zone WK.
First carry of the game for the Aggie alum, Devon Achane. Able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 102 yards, and a touchdown.
I think he's exactly where he wants to be coming into a game, partner, because he has to still be riding the momentum from last week when he broke the century mark in rushing and had one of his best individual efforts of the season. I would expect that there's more from him on the way after that type of a game, and I know his teammates and coaches, they feel exactly the same way.
Entering plate, 24 zone open, AHP zone WK.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Again, it's A.J. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards and long. Talk about this Jets defense. There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them in defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic.
Entering play
I like the wise
coach
play he made there.
suggestions. There
Get
are
it to the
9
sideline out
categories
of
who
bounds.
have well
But no one's
options
going to have a chance at it.
selected.
Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Back deep for the Jets, McCole Hardman. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Back on the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The numbers in last week's ball game for Wilson. 7 catches, 97 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. To throw is Rodgers. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
On 1st down, Rodgers. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Second and 10. Now Rodgers. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
There are 7 categories.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Facing a fourth down, they come away with 18 yards and the first down conversion.
I'm not sure that the surprise was that they actually faked it. That's classic territory to go ahead and do it. The surprise to me is that they were successful. I'm not sure the defense was really prepared.
And now they're going to keep the drive alive here. Really big play on the fake punt. So the drive stays alive after the fourth down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. Left side, Cook. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Dalvin Cook, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets are on the board first here this afternoon.
The losing streak can take on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. So this game, Charles, you know, we talked about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
On second down, a run by H.A. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Entering play ball,
H.A. teammate of mine, we used to call him the trash man. His ability to see through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
Concept, there are not cheap pass, media, quick, up, run. Inks, 24 zone open.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Bench. HP toss.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a toss right side, H.A. Nice move at the 40. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
There are 8 categories.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Play action, keep pass. Flood. There are 10 categories. You have 14 options.
It's 2nd and 3.
Cross is selected.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. That's caught by the Notre Dame man. It's Durham Smythe. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 23 yards the pickup there.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
Entering play call. Flood. There are 10 categories. Drive flood.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That's good for 28 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal.
Entering
and let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Concept, there are 9. Formation, there are I form. Close, there are Ponty red, stutter goes.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They go back to the ground game with A-Chain. He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Formation, there are concept, there are 9. Play action, pass, keep, media, quick pass, option, run. Inside 24 zone open.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. In motion, Hill. One more time with A-Chain. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-Chain, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from drawing level. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give their big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff, keep left is selected.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. So here are the Jets now to take over. They've dropped 5 straight coming in. So right now cherishing this lead. And they've got the football as well. 1st and 10.
There are 7 categories.
Rodgers now to throw. He short arms that one just a bit. It's low and incomplete.
Don't man that time. They end up putting a little too much heat on it. Don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. To throw, it's Rodgers. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
There are 7 categories.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now a 2nd and 10. Rodgers again now. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Jerome Baker able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave him a sack there, if I'm not mistaken. They gave him 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
There are 7 categories.
Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. And this returnable for Hill. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Devon A-Chain to the offense, ready to go once again. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit a good rhythm and a good stride, and he's carrying it over from last week.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Entering play defense in this one.
There's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. A-Chain here. They stay on the ground. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football.
And
I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Concept, formation, I-form, tight, AHD stretch, AHD ISO, AHD stretch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you talk about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That's complete to the tight end, Sauber. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
Entering play call. Concept, formation, player, Jalen Waddle, two-top, Jalen Waddle, spacing switch.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. On play action, here's Tua. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd down, Tua. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Concept, medium pass. Quick pass. Medium pass. Choice, Dolphin, D-spot.
Now Tua. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Entering play call.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they let the throw for it. And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone. Can't connect there.
Pass. Arch. Run. Inside 20, AHD zone WK.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They run for it. H.A. And he will have a Dolphins first down, it would appear. Yes, he does by a full yard. They get the conversion on 4th and 2.
4th and 2 in the NFL, not ordinarily a running down anymore. Usually that ball is moved through the air. They went ahead and gave it to the back, and he ends up picking up the first down. I'm not sure if they fooled him as much as they just did a nice job executing.
Needed 2, and they got 3. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter.
Entering play.
As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
There are 9 I form. Single back. Single back. Wing tight. 26 U. AHP inside zone. Payu drag wheel. Stick spacing. Payu drag wheel. Stick spacing. 26 U. AHP inside zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
26 U. AHP inside. 26 U. Stick spacing. Payu drag wheel. Stick space. Payu drag wheel. AHP inside zone.
A-Chain on 1st and 10. Shreds the tackle, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. DJ Reed, who played in college at Kansas State, made the tackle.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
2nd and 5. Give up the middle to A-Chain. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-Chain with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Well, fair to say they've got something here in this rookie running back, and he's in for the 2nd time in the ball game.
And Brandon, it's a position where there's often a lot of turnover, a lot of competition at that spot. But he's proven to them that he wants to be the bell cow guy that his franchise can rely on.
There are not player. There are not formation. Concept. Medium pass. Quick pass. Option. Run. Screen pass. Play action pass. Deep pass. Flood. There are 10 categories. You have 14
the
options.
Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2. Two are going to try and throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you're trying to throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Rodgers. Wilson's got it complete. He came into this game within shouting distance of Dan Marino at 61,361 career yards. And with that last play, Charles, he just went past Dan Marino.
I'm struggling over here. And the only reason is when you hear about him passing a Dan Marino,
a legend,
makes you step back and really take stock of his career. And you realize it's not just about the numbers. It's about the accomplishments. It's about the play. How great has his career been to pass Dan Marino's? I'd say pretty darn great.
And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. Here's A-Chain to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Concept, there are 9. Coach suit, unplanned, there are 9. Player, there are 9. Cat, 2 Taco Velo, Devin Akin, Alec Ingold, Cedric Wilson Jr., Eric Sauber, Tyreek Hill, Tyreek, jet sweep, Cover corner post.
From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9. Tua sets up to pass it. The pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down. Will McDonald brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember.
Entering
the first sack of his NFL career. Impressive individual effort there. No one was going to stop him around the edge.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And that's why if you're playing a 4-3 base and your defensive end, that's why you get the big bucks. They count on you to do everything. Defend the run and, of course, get to the quarterback.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 69 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring. And another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
time. The extra point up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The New York set to take the field.
Entering play call.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
At the 32-yard line.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Cook up the gut, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8. Throwing is Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Here's Hill on the return. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jalen Waddle running out, and that means that the Dolphins ready for another drive on offense. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Entering play call.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Back to the air on second down, Tagovailoa. He dumps it off to A-Chain. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Entering play call.
That's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the runner was there to slam that window shut.
Suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here's Jake Bailey now. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jets will take over.
Play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Back to throw here. Across the formation, Hardman gets a completion. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball. But I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can. And that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
At the 46-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. That is caught. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 41. On play action. Now Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Entering play call.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Rodgers. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Entering play
Barney
call.
sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep and curled it back
categories.
inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Or let's see who's faster.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Working from the gun. Rodgers into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
Devon A-Chain in the offense, ready to go once again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second
Entering
quarter.
play call.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. After the turnover, it's Tua. And this one is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches.
There are 9 keep pass. Flood. There are 10 categories. You have 14
Here's
options.
2nd and 10.
High X cross is selected.
Looking to pass. Tua. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 22 yards there, a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. It's brought in by Wilson. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. A gain of 32 that time.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
Dolphins option. The spot.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Quentin Williams busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Dolphins
If you
option.
rank one from the bottom in statistics,
Concept.
that's usually not
Pass.
good in this league.
Option.
And this team, one
Run.
from the bottom in
Screen.
sacks,
Play action.
but
Cat.
somehow
Keep
they've got
pass.
3 in this game. What's going
Flood.
on?
I
There
know
are
they're
10
31 of
categories.
32. They better be
14
careful,
options.
or they're going to be
By
top 30 in the
experts
league.
selected.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua under pressure, and they got to him again. The safety, Adrian Amos, comes crashing in for the sack. So that now
Entering
4
play call.
first-half sacks.
Rifle.
This pass rush has been
Offense.
unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
In motion, Hill. Now Tua going to fake the jet sweep and the handoff as he'll drop to throw it. And he fends him off. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different, because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time,
Entering
protection a
play
lot
call.
better. Had
The
time to
FTK
survey the
off
field,
field goal,
and
38
still
yards.
couldn't find an open receiver.
On plan, error, player, error 9, formation, error 9, concept, error, medium, quick pass, medium pass, choice, Dolphins spot, southeast corner.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot, because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. He completes it to Wilson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a
Entering
yard.
play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now, hang on here. Not what you want to see, because Dalvin Cook injured, at least for the moment, and in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
There are 7 categories.
What's the deal, y'all?
Second and 7. Here's Rodgers. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. First and 10.
Option. Run. Inside zone. 24 zone. AHB zone WK.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. H.A. now up the middle. He will push his way down to about the 14.
Zone. There are 9 categories. You have 39 options. Concept. There are 9. Option. Run. Inside zone. 24 zone open.
Go ahead.
Here's 2nd and 7. Hill going to go in motion right. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they can let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On play action, here's Tua. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
I-form. Scrum. Concept. Play action. Screen pass. Run. Option. Pass. Medium pass. Choice. Z-spot.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Tua going to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Let's go do this thing, baby. Whatever it takes, I'll get it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end.
Entering play call.
And it's a rush to the line right now
There
for
are
the
7
Jets.
categories.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Completes it to Hardman. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Rodgers now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Entering play
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Nick Needham picks it off. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Then the Dolphins getting set to go here.
And they've got a good chance of getting points out of this. They start in the red zone on first down.
Entering play call, keep pass. Medium, keep pass. Flood. There are 10 categories. You have 14
so from inside the 20, here's
options.
1st and 10 at the 18.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He's got it.
And the Dolphins are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Entering play call, flood. There are 10 drive flood.
Ready.
Play action. Now it's Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
15 options. Pad attempt is selected.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will make this a 19-point game.
Is selected.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And with Rodgers behind center, you wonder if they'll take one shot at this.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the second quarter. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. It's been Devon A-Chain who's had the strong first half. He had a nose for the end zone as he wound up with 2 touchdowns on the ground in those first 2 quarters. Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gutton and Charles Davis.
Pass, defend medium pass, defend deep pass.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've got the lead yet again in this ball game with their winning streak right now sitting at 10.
Play action pass, keep pass, medium pass, quick pass, option, run. Inside 20, AHB zone WK.
To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Third quarter begins with a run from A-Chain. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 65 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
26 duo. AHD stretch.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Tua. And fights him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Gets this to his running back, Jeff Wilson. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Tight error, formation, error line, concept, screen pass, play action pass, keep pass. Flood, error 10 category, drive, puck balance, puff flood. Con, medium pass. East, southeast corner.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly. and knocked it free.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Hardman on the return. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. He'll get a yard. That's all as they get him down at the 28.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Second and 9. Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Entering play call.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Now Hill to return it. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Miami set to take over. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Stutter goes.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. And this drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. He'll get this to about the 38.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Flow.
Now a 2nd and 6. Again, it's A-Chain. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. 80 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Entering play call.
He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
On the handoff, it's A-Chain. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double-team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Play action pass, deep pass, medium pass, quick pass, stick spacing switch.
Looking at a second and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Entering play call.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Run. Inside zone, 24 zone open.
Hill going to go in motion right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Punt. Fake punt. Punt.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They start the drive with Cook. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Second and 9 now from the 21. Now Rodgers. That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
I know it was a game, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Fielded at about the 28. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Pass print HP flat.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Power. 26-2. AHP base.
Wilson with a first down carry. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Entering play call. 26-2. AHP power O. AHP quick base. Duo. AHP quick base.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Another carry for Wilson. And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Concept.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense. Linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Strong. I form. Close. Pocket red. Stutter goes.
Here's 2nd and 10. It's A-Chain on the give. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Keep pass. Flood. There are 10. Drive flood.
Here now a 3rd down and 8. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
26 AHP base.
They'll run with Wilson out of the shotgun. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Mesh post. Double post. Mesh post.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
All right.
They'll try and run it with H.A. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 4 yards there, but they're still well short of the goal line with 4th down now looming.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Coach Gun plan. There are 9 player. There are 9 category. Formation. There are cons. Screen path. Play action path. Keep. Play action pass. Do. There are pass print HB flat.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4, and the Jets are going to get the football back. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right play dialed up, you can't be stopped, your momentum's going to keep going. But 1 for 4, that tells you that you need to look at things in a different way, and you need to tip your cap to the defense. They've done a great job.
Back near the goal line, here's Rodgers. So no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. 63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
They run again on 1st down. Cook, and he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Entering play
went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers now to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game. And there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. And that will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New York. And this returnable for Hill. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action.
We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4.
Quick pass. Option. Run. Inside zone. 24 zone. Zone fake jet. Power. 26. AHP base.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. On the ground, the drive starts with Wilson. Oh, he's got some breathing. There he goes, left side. And all the way down to the 9. Now a timeout here, an injured player, and that's Jalen Waddle, who seems to be in some discomfort. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Entering play call. Power. 26. 22. AHP power O. AHP quick base.
All right, come on.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10.
Hey, turbo 2. Turbo 2. Turbo 2.
They'll run again with Wilson. Able to power through. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Jeff Wilson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. You can talk about certain guys just having a nose for the end zone. He's one of them, and he was not going to be denied there.
And defensively, especially in the red zone, you've got to be able to at least slow him down and hold on for dear life. But he's able to get out of a couple of tackles there, and not enough people got there in time. Pretty poor on the defensive side of the ball.
You have 15 options.
Sanders on for the extra point. And that will bump the lead up to 26. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone.
Entering play call. Specialty. Entering option. Quick resume. In. Call timeout. Challenge. Stat. Coaching. Pop-up menu. You have 5 options. Depth chart is selected. Medical center is selected. Entering. Injury. Player name R. Davis. Player name J. Waddle. Position dub. Injury type bruised sternum. Injury length out for game. Injury length 1 week. Injury length TBD. Injury length 5 weeks. Entering franchise screen. You have 8 options. Coaching is selected.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And New York set to take the field. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to get this one down to Cook. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Entering play call.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Throwing is Rodgers.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. To throw is Rodgers. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, you can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't, and they pick up the 1st down.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Open man here is Conklin. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
It's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take what you can get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Here now, 3rd and a yard. Rodgers to throw once more. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Entering play call, concept. There are 9 categories. There are 9. Option. Run. Inside zone. 24 zone. AHB zone WK.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Here's A-Chain to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Entering
Brandon,
play
I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Second down, this is Wilson. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
26-2. AHP base.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
All right, fellas, listen up.
They'll try and pick it up on the ground with Wilson. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Go ahead.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Delay of game, offense.
Well, you got to think, Charles, that one's on the quarterback, because everybody was up at the line of scrimmage. He just didn't call for the snap in time.
Yeah, I think he needs a little bit better awareness out there, because you got to know when the clock's in single digits and either snap it or get a timeout called if you have one.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Gun, pistol, weak, strong, I form, close, error, podgy, stutter goes.
44, ready. G.
On 2nd down, a run by H.A. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys in the offensive line, because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Medium, quick pass, medium pass. Choice, Dolphins, east, southeast corner.
Ready.
Now the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. Here's Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Over the middle and complete to Wilson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium.
Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Play call.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Two yards to go, 2nd down. Here's Rodgers. Taking in left side, it's Wilson. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And again, it's Rodgers. Going right back to Wilson. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
On second down, here's Rodgers. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 34-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Go to 50.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Categories: defensive formation. There are 7 concept. There zone blitz 2 key, cover 2 man.
A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. Completes it to Hardman. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Now Rodgers, gotta have this one. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
choice. There, Dolphins off the spot.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Entering
The
play
CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
Smash.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Concept.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here, or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Play action, now it's Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Inside, 24 zone open, AHD zone WK.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A give up the middle to H.A. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
You have 39 options. HB inside zone is selected.
Come on, let's go. Let's go.
24 zone open. AHB zone WK.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Again, it's A-Chain. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
AHB inside zone.
With a heavy set out there, 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. They'll run for it with A-Chain. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Medium, quick path, opt, run. In power. 26 AHD base.
No, this offense is staying put. They're just 1 for 4 in these situations so far, but they're going again on 4th down. They'll go for it. This is Wilson, and I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, When I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it.
Play call,
and they're also the same coaches as a general rule. That if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
On first down, Rodgers. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are in great shape here as they take over at the 46-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Hand off to A-Chain to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's Jermaine Johnson stopping that play before it begins, dropping it for a loss. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
Entering play call.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the 1st.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Concept, quick pass, option, run, screen pass, play action pass, keep pass. Play action pass, pass print HV flat.
Mike McDaniel dialing up the risk here a little bit on 4th down. They're going to go for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. That is caught. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game. And they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are. And let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
And pass print HB flat.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's got a man. It's his fullback. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Entering play call, normal, you have well, formation, concept, there are 9, screen pass, play action, keep, media, Quick auction.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins.
Well, on one side of this, Charles, an impressive victory. On the other, I mean, you think about it, they scored in the first quarter, but then they didn't score in quarters 2, 3, or 4. They're going to have a lot of work to do before stepping back on the field.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting tape to analyze, won't it? Because why did it work in the first quarter, but nothing in quarters 2, 3, and 4? So we always talk about adjustments. You don't just wait till halftime. You do it series to series. They'll be working on that in preparation for their next game.
So for the Dolphins, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year.
And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Washington Commanders.
Meanwhile, for the Jets, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.